This week, I'm back at Rinse HQ to have a chat with Shadow Child ahead of his new Rinse FM slot. Right, this week I'm here with Shadow Child. Thanks very much for coming down.
Thank you, sir.
I understand you're here to start a new venture with Rinse FM.
Yeah, it's great. It's a privilege to be asked to come in and do my thing.
You've come all the way up from Portsmouth as well. So how was your journey up here? Was it all right?
It's all right, it's not too far.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
So, and tonight's your first show?
Yeah, in a couple of hours' time.
And you're going to be doing a bi-weekly from, right?
I'm on every week.
Every week?
Every week. There'll be the odd, because of tour commitments and things, the odd week where we'll have to pre-record, unfortunately, but that's the nature of the game, isn't it?
That is the name of the game.
Yeah.
So, just to kick things off, a little bit about your background, really. Your man has been around for a little while, but how did you start off? How did you kind of start out as a producer DJ?
I was at school. I was very young. I was 11, 12. My school was in a not such a cool area, but it had some money thrown at the area. Good skate parks going up, things like that. And the school had some money thrown at it for the arts, so they built a studio. So this was 89, 90, when everything was really exploding the first time round. And fortunately for me, a lot of the other kids were just into pressing the demo buttons on the Casios and making cow noises and
that was me.
Things. Well, look where you are now. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe I should have been
maybe
that,
the demo, yeah. Well, I've done all right out of it.
Yeah, you've done all right out of cow noises. That's good. But no, I was very fortunate to be in the right sort of school. I didn't realise at the time, because you don't when you're like 12.
No.
But then all the mixtapes were going around, older brothers and sisters, things like that. And I was really taken with house music. And then I just that's all I wanted to do. The school had bought a sampler and drum machines. There were already a couple of synths there, which was quite mad now I look back for a school then to have like equipment like that, you know. So I was very fortunate to be around that sort of kit at a very early age. So I didn't know about DJing. I knew what it was, but I didn't know the art to it or anything like that. I was literally copying tunes off these mixtapes, trying to see how people were making loops and beats, and that was it, and just caught the bug literally from like 12 years old.
So moving on from there, how did you move from producing at school, learning about music, to actually DJing, and then moving on from there, giving your music to DJs to get heard?
It took a long time really. I got a bit obsessed with DJing through my mate's neighbour, and after going in there and playing his records, playing house, and also taking my own records, I would go and buy sort of early rave, early hardcore and drum and bass, and he wasn't into that. He used to like shut the door and leave me to it for a bit. But I'm glad that he did, because it taught me a lot, you know. But that point, I was kind of dropped making music because I'd left school. I didn't have access to a studio or equipment for a while. It was only much later on, when Reason came along, late 90s actually. That's when I really got back into making music again. Early versions of Reason had some sort of limitation to it.
I always found it difficult.
Yeah. But I found that like to be, I don't know, I like a little bit of a mission sometimes with things like that. Well, I'm a bit of a nerd, do you know what I mean? So Reason was perfect on a budget. I mean, I even borrowed a PC. I didn't have anything there, no money really, or equipment. I just had a stack of records and some turntables and some great mates that I had good fun with. But you know, this was the turning point for me, where I realised I could actually get back into making music properly.
Yeah, the last time I saw you actually was at Found Festival a few weeks ago, and we did speak very briefly about.
I was drenched.
We was lucky that we were underneath a tent that day.
We were.
It was absolutely pouring down outside.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was good though, and we did touch very briefly on how, again, you said like how you were always very much into UK sound, and I said that I found that Dirty Bird sound, although they're not based in the UK, was very much a UK like the sort of.
Yeah, totally. From what I know, I mean, I know the guys fairly well, not as well as others, but what I do know with them is that a lot of their influences and their roots are in music that's come from the UK and from Europe, you know, mainly drum and bass, really. All of them have been sort of really taken with drum and bass, you know, in the 90s and stuff. That's why you hear Justin doing like the Chemistry remix, you know, that he had on his album and things like that. And the music really is drum and bass, but it's just not breaks and bass lines. It's house, or it's, you know, it's something else. And the same with me. It's the same, all those influences. Even with Spoon, I tried to bring those vibes into what I was doing.
Definitely.
You know, and I think that's what they do, and they will just continue to, because that's what puts them in that kind of category where they're kind of a bit like a cult label, because they just stick to their guns. All the great labels do that.
Yeah, that's
you know,
very true.
Warp, there's so many others on different levels, but they're the ones that stay the test of time, you know.
And talking of labels, you are running Food Music with Kry Wolf. Do you want to talk us through the process of setting that up?
Yeah, well, Lewis from Kry Wolf and I are sort of friends anyway. We live in the same town, and we always, my old label Television with Spoon, I was running half from home, and my label management were up here. And Lewis was doing Sounds of Sumo, which he still runs, you know, sort of centred around Kry Wolf and a lot of those guys, got King Sin, you know, loads of great acts I've had on there. But they were going more into the housey thing. I was coming away from what I was doing, and I was like, rather than do a new label each or whatever might have happened, why don't we just like get together on this, because we're going in a similar direction. And that's it. And it took us about 6 months to come up with such a simple name. But yeah, you know, a lot of thought and pride's gone into it, and you know, we've already got some great music on the first 4 or 5 releases, and there's some great stuff to come. Like really excited about what's to come.
I've seen some t-shirts and some branding. It looks really good, actually.
Yeah, they just, I'll hook you up, definitely.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
need some new threads.
Yeah, I mean, we're all passionate with the tees, and you know, I've got a drawer full of them at home, you know, and things you've worn once or twice. But so jumping on t-shirts is the first thing I think a lot of labels do. But yeah, we're really happy with him. Lewis has been developing them with our designer guy, and yeah, it's a good buzz about them.
So aside from the t-shirts, what musically can we expect from the label over the next few months?
There's a lot of the UK sound is very bass-led, which is great. Obviously, we're talking about Dirty Bird just now, who sort of do that obviously as well. But there's kind of a distinct UK sound, which a lot of it comes from the Midlands.
Yeah, Midlands in the house.
Yeah, there are some of the guys over there. But no, but no, seriously, a lot of that music that's really great at the moment is coming from there. You know, Hannah, Chris Lorenzo, you know, producing really great music. You know, he's one half of Cause and Effect as well, who do bits with Dirty Bird, and yeah. So there's that kind of sound, and there's also a real lot more kind of a housey side to it, which you'll start to hear, I think, between now and the end of the year. We picked up an EP from NT89 as well, who's known for kind of knocking around with the Boys Noise sort of crew and all those kind of guys. But there's a really exciting EP from him, which we just picked up as well. So that's exclusive news right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. No, it's a great EP actually. You know, for us though, it's just establishing the fact that if something lands in your inbox as a DJ, or if you're going out and you hear one of our records, that the quality's there, and you know that it's gonna be good.
So you're also up here today because you're starting a new venture with Rinse FM. So what time's your show gonna be, and when can we hear you?
Wednesdays 9 to 11 in the evening, thank God, because I wouldn't be up otherwise. Yeah, no, really looking forward to it. It's, you know, a privilege to be asked to come in and do my thing. Yeah, so I'm excited. It's good.
We're very much looking forward to hearing your show, mate. And thanks very much for spending some time talking to us.
Anytime.
Thanks very much.
Anytime.
Big up Shadow Child. Big up.